Watch this viral video from a secret facility in China showing a couple of people walking around with a big white dragon. And before we debate on whether it is real or AI, let me show you how all the ancient cultures around the world, including Hinduism, mentions about dragon-like beings with real stories mentioned in our scriptures. So firstly, starting with the ancient Chinese culture, we see how the Chinese zodiac consists of 12 signs in which the 11 are real animals which we are very familiar even today. And the 12th animal is the dragon, which immediately raises a deep question: why would an entire mythical creature be placed along with the real animals unless it was once regarded as real as well? Then on top of that, the Chinese texts describe how dragons were conscious intelligent beings who governed rains, rivers, clouds, storms and the balance of nature itself. And it is also described how dragons had the ability to shape shift and take human form, and they could also interact with the celestial gods in the heaven. And for that reason, even today in many Chinese cultures, dragons are still worshipped. On top of that, in Chinese culture, dragons are told to be the guardians of treasures, which draws parallels with the Nagas in Hinduism, where even the Nagas are told to guard the sacred treasure. But there is this particular Naga king called Takshaka who was massive in size just like the dragons, and this Takshaka was very conscious intelligent being who also had the ability to shape shift and take the human form. Now my theory is that since the Nagas are reptile creatures and the dragons are reptile creatures as well, there could be a strong parallels connecting ancient Chinese culture and Hinduism as well, because even in the Nagas there are so many different types of them, and there could be a possibility that a few of these Nagas were huge like dragons, and it could be possible that the same beings are mentioned differently in the ancient Chinese culture. Well, now if you expand to other cultures like Mesoamerica, Africa, Celtic lands and Mesopotamia, they all talk about different types of dragons, like dragons in the sky, water, land and even the celestial god like dragons. So even though all these civilizations were separated by huge distances, they all talk about dragons in one way or the other, which clearly shows how these dragons were very real beings that clearly existed in the past. Now coming back to Hinduism, our scriptures like Vishnu Puran and Brahmanda Puran talks about different kinds of beings like Kinnaras and Kimpurushas, where these beings have animal headed or bird-headed faces and human-like body, who are very conscious in nature and are told to be present in hidden lands beyond the earth or in these other dimensions. So if our scriptures clearly talks about these kind of beings to exist, then maybe dragons could also exist somewhere hidden from us, or maybe even on earth in some hidden place very far away from us. But what do you think? Based on all the information that I've given you, do you think dragons are real or still mythical? Let me know in the comments.